nature and humor, finding beauty in the absurd. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's quirky adventure where we combine art, nature, and a whole lot of humor. If you've ever felt like life's a little absurd, you're in the right place. Today, we'll embrace that absurdity, explore the great outdoors, and create art inspired by nature, all while throwing in some bad puns and adult humor to keep things fun. Because let's face it, laughter really is the best brushstroke. Let's grab our sketch pads, find some inspiration in the wilderness, and see where creativity and terrible jokes take us. Why is absurdity beautiful? Life can be serious, but art doesn't have to be. Some of the best creativity comes from embracing the weird, the unexpected, and the downright absurd. Think about it. Nature itself is full of quirky, hilarious things. From ducks waddling like they're late for a meeting to trees growing in funky shapes, the outdoors offers endless material for humor and inspiration. Humor not only makes art more enjoyable, but also helps us relax, which is when best ideas often emerge. So let's not take ourselves too seriously today. We're here to have fun and find beauty in the ridiculous. Step 1, exploring nature with a twist. We're starting our journey in a beautiful natural spot, a forest trail with tall trees, singing birds, and maybe a squirrel or two doing acrobatics. The goal here is to observe and find inspiration, but also to keep an eye out for the absurd. Nature's quirks make the perfect muse. For example, that tree with a knot in the middle, it looks like it's winking at us. A mushroom that somehow resembles your grumpy coworker, sketch it. A bird that seems to have mastered the art of side-eye, let's make it the star of our masterpiece. Nature has its own sense of humor. It's up to us to notice it and let it spark our creativity. Step 2, finding humor in the little things. As we walk, I'll point out some of the absurdities around us. Humor often lies in observation. So let's look for the unexpected. That fallen branch shaped like a lopsided heart, nature's version of abstract art. A line of ants working together, that's teamwork. And they're probably better at it than most office meetings. A bird loudly squawking, clearly trying to be the next stand-up comedy headliner. Take these moments as inspiration. Humor doesn't just make us laugh, it makes us see the world differently. And when we see differently, we create differently. Step 3, translating absurdity into art. Now that we've collected inspiration, it's time to grab our sketch pads and start creating. Remember, this isn't about making something perfect. It's about having fun and letting your imagination run wild. Here are some ideas to get started. Sketch that winking tree and turn it into a cartoon character. Give it a funny expression or a silly backstory. Turn the mushroom into a grumpy boss, complete with a tiny tie. Draw that bird giving side-eye as a sassy fashion model, complete with a runway pose. While you draw, don't overthink it. Let the absurdity flow. If it makes you laugh, you're on the right track. Step 4, the power of puns and humor. As we create, let's not forget the art of the pun. Adding a witty caption or title to your artwork can elevate it from funny to downright unforgettable. Here are a few examples. That winking tree, title, Would You Be Mine? That grumpy mushroom, fungi with a bad day. That sassy bird, feather diva. Puns aren't just for entertaining. They engage your brain in a very creative way. They challenge you to think outside the box and see connections where others might not. Why humor enhances creativity? Humor and creativity are so closely linked. Here's why. It reduces stress. Laughter relaxes your mind and body, creating the perfect state for creative thinking. It sparks new ideas. Absurdity forces you to see things differently, leading to unique and unexpected ideas. It encourages playfulness. Creativity thrives in a playful environment. The more you let loose, the more innovative your ideas will be. So the next time you're feeling stuck creatively, try adding a dose of humor. It might just be the breakthrough you need. Step 5, laughing at yourself. Art is personal, but it doesn't have to be precious. One of the best parts of combining humor with creativity is learning to laugh at yourself. Not every drawing or idea will turn out as planned, and that's okay. Sometimes the funniest moments come from happy accidents. For instance, that tree you were drawing. It accidentally looks like a broccoli stalk with eyes. Embrace it. Your bird sketch turned into a pigeon with an attitude. Perfect. Give it a crown. The goal isn't perfection. It's connection. Art that makes you laugh also makes you feel. And it isn't that what creativity is all about? Reflecting on the absurdities of life. Nature's absurdities remind us not to take life too seriously. A crooked tree or a funny-looking rock isn't worried about being perfect, and neither should we. By embracing these imperfections, we open ourselves to new perspectives and ideas. Think about the bigger picture. Life itself is absurd. When we're tiny humans on a spinning rock creating art, making jokes, and finding meaning in the chaos, that realization is both humbling and inspiring. So why not channel that absurdity into something beautiful? Tips for embracing your absurdity in your art. If you're ready to dive into the world of absurdity and humor, here are some tips to get started. Start with what makes you laugh. Whether it's a funny shape, an awkward moment, a ridiculous pun, let humor guide your creative process. Don't overthink it. Absurdity doesn't have to make sense. The less you analyze, the more fun you'll have. Collaborate with nature. Let the quirks of the natural world inspire you. Sometimes a bent twig or a funny shaped shadow is all you need to spark an idea. Share the joy. Share your art with friends or on social media. Humor is contagious, and your creations might brighten someone else's day. Keep experimenting. Humor and absurdity are limitless. Try new styles, media, and themes. The more you experiment, the more you'll discover about your own creativity. Final thoughts here. Art, nature, and humor are a powerful combination. They remind us to find joy in the little things, laugh at life's quirks, and see the world through a playful lens. By embracing the absurd, we not only spark creativity, but also reconnect with the simple, silly, and beautiful parts of being alive. So grab your sketch pad, take a walk in nature, and let the absurdities of the world inspire you. Your next masterpiece might just start with a winking tree or a grumpy mushroom. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you've created your own absurd and hilarious art, I'd love to see that. Share your stories and sketches in the comments. Until next time, keep laughing, keep creating, and keep finding beauty in the absurd. Thanks for watching.